Let's get a fair and balanced debate going on these remarks, which, as we said, have been heating up the campaign. Mary Catherine Ham is editor-at-large of HotAir.com and a Fox News contributor. Ryan Clayton is a Democratic campaign consultant who has worked on the campaign trail for 10 years. Ryan, to you first. A lot of people say that the president's remarks were taken out of context, but he does seem to suggest that so much of this success wouldn't have taken place without government.
Well, President Obama essentially said that the government builds roads and builds schools and provides valuable public services, and that business owners build businesses on top of those public investments. And especially since corporations are some of the largest users of our public court system, and they lobby our government for special treatment, and they spend millions of dollars in our electoral process. The least they can do is admit that they are super heavy users of our government services. And they need to pay a little bit back in to fund those government services, too, because you can't run a government without revenue.
The U.S. corporate tax rate is the highest in the world. It sounds like you're defending that tax rate.
Well, corporations many times pay $0 in federal income taxes, like GE, FedEx, and Verizon. They hide their money in international banks, and they ship millions of jobs overseas. Frankly, I think that's un-American. What they should be doing is investing in America, because we don't just need businesses making millions of dollars. We need everybody doing well, too. We need people that have money, that can spend money in those businesses. We need people with jobs that can go into the small businesses in their community and that have purchasing power in the middle class. That's how we're going to kickstart this economy.
Let's get back to what the president had to say. Mary Catherine, what do you take away from his remarks?
Well, first of all, Barack Obama hired Jeffrey Immelt, head of GE, who's getting a bunch of tax credits for all this green stuff that the president loves. So he might want to deal with that in his own house. Second of all, people say contest. First of all, he said it. You've got a business. You didn't build that. Somebody else made that happen. They say context. Look at the context. He actually denigrates the hard work and smartness required to start a business. He says, look, a lot of people are smart. A lot of people are hardworking. And he doesn't give credit to people who go out there and take the risk and make it happen. The formulation also completely ignores the fact that corporations and business people who start them pay a lot of taxes into the public domain. This is not us versus them. These guys pay no taxes and you pay all of them. In fact, it's almost opposite. They pay a ton of taxes and many of us don't pay nearly as much. So it's not an us versus them thing, and this is a really disturbing sentiment to me. It seems completely opposite to what many Americans believe, which Barack Obama seems like he's saying, look, your business is a tap that I can turn off and on when I need revenue, and mostly on because you owe us
Ryan,
for roads.
Coming against the backdrop of the Obama administration wanting to change the rules on welfare to make it easier for people to avoid the work requirement of welfare, it does seem like he's sort of denigrating the value of work in this country.
Well, I think what he wants to do is make sure that everybody can provide for their family, that they can put food on the table and keep a roof over their head. But I think President Obama, the main point he's making is that things like the internet are amazing successes, and those things were invested in by the government. Our government created the internet, and that has changed the world in the course of a few short years. And without that government investment, that just wouldn't exist. And without the internet, the government creation of the internet, how many businesses wouldn't exist? How many jobs wouldn't have been created? How many success stories would have gone unwritten? You see, it's not just your individual talents and merits.
You can take that argument, Ryan, to the nth degree. I mean, would the internet exist if Bill Gates hadn't done something with computer code?
Of course. I mean, it's all of us working together as Americans to take us forward and to build an economy that's built to last. But you see, your individual success is not just based in your individual talents and merits and your drive. It's also rooted in a society that values public education, that values public investment, that values making a better America for everyone, too.
All right. Mary Catherine, go ahead.
The point is, you want to be glorifying the kind of gumption it takes to start your own business. This denigrates it. You've got the welfare stuff gutting work requirements for that. You've got the USDA begging people to get on food stamps and ads saying, well, I don't actually qualify for them or need them. Well, you should get on them anyway. These things are not things that mainstream Americans actually appreciate. And I do believe that this is what Barack Obama believes. I believe it's what he meant to say. Elizabeth Warren said this a couple months ago, and it's been the toast of the liberal town these days. And I think he's the greatest orator of our time, and he said it exactly what he meant to say.
Mary, do you like the internet? Do you like the internet, Mary?
My name's Mary Catherine, and I love the internet.
I love the internet too, and thankfully the American government created the internet. I think we
Right,
can all
and
agree on that.
thankfully, wait, where did that taxpayer money come from? It came from businesses and individuals and people who take risks and give you their money. I don't like this construction where you and Obama say, hey, you owe us because we built some roads.
And
no, we actually deserve some credit for what we've created, and you should give it to us.
If you want to get more specific, Ryan, it was actually a Pentagon project, and the last I looked, the Pentagon's budget is getting slashed massively, so I guess that's their thank you. At any rate, Ryan Clayton, Mary Catherine Ham, thank you both.
Thank you for having us.